Good evening. This is Norma Cowie, and I'm here once more for Mental Mind Treatments. I've missed the last 2 Mondays. The first Monday I knew because I knew I was going to be traveling, and I said that I would be back the next Monday. Unfortunately, I was so exhausted from all the traveling we did in the week that we were away. I knew that there was no way I could be present for you. So here I am for any mental mind treatments that you want. So just let's explore what a mental mind treatment is. You all know that you think. You all know that you have a mind that contemplates different things and looks at different things. And sometimes we get caught in you might say, a vortex of thinking that may not be the best way to think for yourself. It may not give you the vision or the outlook that you really would want to have because you're caught into the thinking. I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm unworthy. All those kind of thoughts very often will stop and block what it is that you're really wanting to do. So when I have your name and age in particular, or just your name, but it helps to have your age also, as I'm able, and the reason why you would like a mental mind treatment. In other words, what is the issue in your life? We all have issues, all have things that we're not too sure of. And what I do is I use this, what I call, it's a prayer method, definitely. It's a method I learned through my studies, my spiritual studies, but because I am also a psychic, I also then add that dimension to the spiritual mind treatment. So I call them a mental mind treatment. So because we're changing the mind, we're changing the direction, we're changing the element of what's happening to give a different perspective, to pull in energy that will aid and help and bring about a whole new understanding. I forgot to take the page that I've got some people, because people can't always be here at 7 o'clock when I'm ready. But so they get to email me as long as I have them by 6 o'clock and can get ready before that, that I can have them in a way. But before I get to those, I see Karen is back. Welcome, Karen. So good that you're back. Just let me read what you wrote. So glad to see your face. Yeah, I am too, actually. I would love a treatment for connecting to a deeper level of self-love. It says much love back to me. Self-love is so important. I'm just making a note down here. Karen, self-love. I just want to say I sincerely appreciate your support, and I'm glad that you're back and that you're here. That's wonderful. Okay, so works like this. I usually close my eyes, especially in the beginning of this, just to tune in. Then I often will open them again, but usually I start off with my eyes closed. And I know there's one power and there's one essence. And I know that I'm connected, as we all are, to this essence. And the allowing of this essence comes through. And so I speak my word for Karen. And as I speak my word for Karen, all self-doubt disappears, all self-criticism, and a sense of endurance of all the things that have not worked just is erased. It just lets go and moves into a whole different vibration of being, because it's not part of Karen. Karen moves into a place of deep understanding that the universe loves her beyond measure, that she is precious, that she is important. And as I say those words of importance, it's as though a light goes on of allowing, to allow to be important. And in being important to the self, you're also important to the whole element of being that is out there. I know within my heart, and I know that within Karen's heart, sort of as they come together, that the mental element needs to be a little more clearer inside, Karen, as though when you have a thought, I'm just going to put in what I have done for years and what I recommend people do. When you have a thought that does not support your self-love or anything else that you want to create, is that you freeze it, you evaporate it, and you replace it with what you do want. In other words, you're telling your subconscious, don't want this anymore. Goodbye. It's gone. Let it go. And concentrate on the I love me. I'm worthy. I deserve. And allow that self-love to move into the absolutely, almost you could say, the pit of your gut, the pit of your stomach, the awareness of you, so that you can shine and be all that you can be, because you realize life is there for you, to create for you, to be for you. And in the knowing of this, in the knowing that all the things that create obstacles for total self-love and awareness and appreciation and acceptance is released with ease and with grace. And also the confidence to begin to clear out all the little nigglies that the subconscious sometimes gives us by just freezing it in space and time, erasing it, letting it dissolve, and then replacing it with I am love, therefore I love myself, for I am important. I think for some reason the word important here is very important. It's okay to be important to you, for you, by you, because your life. You've got, what's that word? You've got the wheel, and you need to be aware of where you want to go and what you want to do, and that the universe has your back. And the universe always wants you to have exactly what you want. So in knowing that, I move into the knowingness of love and light and being, and that Karen is at one with herself and the universal love force. And so we can release this thought, knowing it is true for Karen, that self-love is growing with every breath that she takes in the here and now. Every moment she is alive and being and engaging is that she knows her worth and can love herself for that, because it is important. So I just say, for this thought, knowing it is true, thank you, thank you, thank you, universe. Thank you, Karen, for being open to love yourself to that measure, to that depth, that it is beyond. And so I release this thought, knowing it is true, and it is done. And so it is. And I take a deep breath. And I want everybody else who listens to this and needs that self-love element, that you take a deep breath and know that it is true for you too. And Karen has already put up, thank you. So many people are ready for your message about love. You're correct about the word important. You know that, thank you, Karen, for that, because words come to me, feelings come to me sometimes, and I just follow them. Over all these years that I've been reading for people and doing transformations for people or past life regressions for people, it is the feeling and the word. And, it might not be important for me, but it is important for the person I'm working for or praying for or transforming for or whatever. So I want to thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, I've got a write-in here. I received a phone call earlier today, and I'm just going to go talk about the name A, because this person has not written in the things, but she's talked to me. So as I tune in to the universal love for, I speak my word for A. And as I speak my word for A, I know that her path has becomes clear, so that she has a place to live. She has a place where she feels safe, that she is loved, that she is welcomed, and that she can create for herself her domain or dominion, however you want to call that. I know miracles occur. They've happened to me in regular life, and I know that A also can have miracles for herself. They can come in with easy form and create and be. And that the place, having a place to call your own, where you put your head down, is there. It's just a matter of allowing it to come in. I feel there's a need to expand, to know there's so much more opportunities that are out there that can come your way, and you must believe. How do we believe is important. to believe, having faith and trust in life, having faith and trust in this love force that I talk about is there bringing you what you want. And so often it's right in front of us and we don't see it. And that's because we need to open up our minds as to possibilities, because we think we have to create that in our minds. We just have to create the knowingness that the miracle can occur, that the miracle can come in, and that all things will be well and happy and doing. So I give thanks in knowing that A will find, have, and in her path of life, that there will be a place to live where she feels totally comfortable and happy, and knowing that all is well. I give thanks in the knowing of this. I know that it will be. And I also know that A will open up in order to allow this to happen. And so I say, and so it is. Amen. Now I'm also doing one for C. This actually came in for last week, but last week, as I said, I was just too tired. There was no way I could have been coherent. So my friend and I did a lot of driving in it. And anyway, I wasn't present. And I'm not a person that's going to, usually I keep my word always, but I'm also not a person that's going to go and do something where I know I'm not going to do it effectively. Now, C has requested a couple of things. So this could be a little bit convoluted because rather than doing two, I want to put it into one. So let's start. Knowing there is one power and one essence that's in and through all, I know that C is connected. I know that the energy that comes in absolutely gives him a delightful of life, and that the pathway is clear for his acceptance into his music program that he wants. I feel all fear of it not happening, all resistance to it not happening has been cleared, that there's a clearing that is happening in relation to his life, that there is miracles ready to occur, but he needs to let go that little bit of fear that says, I'm not really sure if that's going to happen. So as the fear is released, as the fear lets go, the need and the desire and the summer work internship he wants is right there. It's solidified. There seems to be a little bit of a hiccup, and I don't feel it's on C's side. I feel it's the people who are kind of looking at who to hire and what to hire and haven't quite made up their minds on things. I'm just knowing that in that place of being, that C will have what he wants, no matter what it is, that the relationship between himself and the universal love force is such that he relaxes. He knows that his highest and best is activated at all times. His highest and best is brought forward at all times. So all he needs to do is relax and trust the process of allowing. Allowing is not always the easiest thing for people to do when they want something really, really badly. And what they do is tighten up, where in fact, to actually have it manifest, you need to relax and know that it will be there. Also to know that your highest and best is always, always activated, always there for you, even if it's not exactly, well, I didn't want that, I wanted this. It's like letting go and allowing the things that happen and come freely. So I want to just move into gratitude and thankfulness that C lets go and relaxes and knows that all is well, that he will end up to be in exactly the right place. The program that he needs will be there for him. The program will, plus the summer internships or work is already there, actually. It's just a matter of being notified, I think. It feels complete. It feels solid. So it's like, let go, trust, be a part of all that there is, because life has got your back for sure. So I give thanks in knowing this. I give thanks in knowing that all is well for C, all is well in every aspect of his life. And that is, as he moves forward, he will realize there was no need to have fear because it's all well. And so it is. Amen. A big breath from me just to let go of that. And now we're going to move to an M. Actually, I have two M's tonight, but this is the first M. And the first M is dealing with courage. As I breathe into the beautiful, loving light of the universe, as I breathe into the knowingness, very often we will, and this includes myself, by the way, we will move into our heads and try and figure it all out, rather than having the courage just to put one step in front of the other and allow the universe to bring to us that which we truly and really need and require. My first M is asking for more courage. And I relate to this personally, so I'm sort of like anybody who wants courage. I want you to just listen to this, because we're all in the same boat. For those of us that have been wanting more courage to take actions that maybe we were a bit fearful to take or weren't clear, because it feels like in this case, because I am working for M, is that we're not clear on really what we want. It feels murky. It feels like a fog coming in and what's the word? Not distorting. That's the word. Distorting the real result of what we're wanting to create. Now, I know that love and light go everywhere. There is no space that love isn't. There is no space that light, which love and light are the same thing, but just a little way, a different version of it, is that there is courage and strength and purpose. And the word delight comes to me. To trust the delightfulness of life, to trust the surprise of life, to trust. This is all about trust. Having more courage is about trusting the process that's there for you to benefit by, there for you to understand, to have more awareness of everything that is. And as Miss M, or number 1M, walks into the courage, the light comes on. And it's as though the path, and I can see the path very clearly, moves off in a different direction. But it's from where she is now, it moves off as I'm looking at it, veers slowly to the left until in about 6 months, you look back and realize the path that you're on is just like way back there. Like you've gone on a whole different track. It's very delightful and very nice, and it doesn't take much of a courage, but 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. That's in other words, bolstering yourself up. Yes, I can do what it is I want to do. I can have clarity. I can have wisdom. I can have purpose, all here right now. This courage really is all about purpose. What is my full purpose? What am I really here? What am I wanting to achieve? Where am I wanting to go? And it's the knowing that the purpose that creates the courage to make the steps that lead the life in a slightly different direction. Not immediately horrendous, but it's just slightly moves it into a different direction, which is full of light and full of purpose and beingness. I give thanks in the knowing of this as I let go of anything that restricts this, because this is light and love in full measure. And so I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. Whew. Another one with a nice big breath. Oh my goodness. Now I have another person that, and I'm going to use the initial Z or Z for this. And what we want here is clarity. Clarity is an interesting word. I just want to talk about clarity for a moment, because very often it's a mental element of looking at something. And many of us, myself included, like clarity, like things to be clear, like things of awareness. And I feel in this particular case, there's so much going on in Z's head that it's difficult for clarity to arrive. Knowing that all things are clear, knowing that everything is there. And it's just like taking the extender, I can't get the word right, with those extra thoughts out of the way. Get those out of the way, knowing that clarity is really the answer here, to be clear. So what is it we're being clear of? Clear of the result that we want, instead of getting the emotion and the vision and all the hows and what's and the where's, all trying to figure everything out. What's the end result you're wanting? What's the end result? Where do you want to end up? And in that, you will be able to do the steps that you want, but you'll do them clearly with tremendous clarity within yourself, within your awareness, within the direction you're heading. And so really, it's just a knowingness of letting go the busyness of the mind and taking a breath, settling in and saying, and asking yourself, what do I really want? And in listening to yourself, you will know the answer, and the universe will give it to you. But you got to know your own answer first. You got to know what it is you really want, instead of running around very, very unsure. Though this will make a very, very big difference to you. So I am incredibly grateful for the clarity comes as you let the busyness of the mind dissipate. Just straighten out. So the clarity of what the goal is, what is the end result, where in the direction are you heading for, all of those things become important. I give thanks by saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is for Z, whatever, for having clarity of life. And so it is. Amen to that. Okay, I have one other M. And unless somebody writes something else up here, this will be the last one today. Well, we're just about on the time period that often I do. This is M number 2. And what we're looking here is for perseverance of goals and knowing the direction, knowing the wherewithal, knowing the beingness, etc. So let me just connect and move in. I know there's one power and one essence, and I know it's in each and every one of us. And that all we need to do is to relax and allow it to come and do its magic. In the magic of belief, in the magic of trusting, in the magic of the wisdom that one has, it's as though sometimes it's unusual flowers grow, and flowers being experiences, and the experience of being. And so Miss M number 2 is really about not so much about perseverance and courage and awareness. It's about relaxing and enjoying the process of a new path. It's like finding a new flower and a blossom, and the smell is so beautiful. It's like it just takes your breath away, because it was right there, but you didn't see it. Because you're looking to, how do I persevere? How do I create this? How do I do this? What do I do? And now it's just a matter of relaxing and allowing life to bring to you exactly what it is you want. Sometimes in life, it's as though we just need to sit back and let life give us a present. Let life show us the beauty of life. Let life bring unexpected pleasures, joys, etc. to us. So the sense of perseverance actually isn't required, because it's a matter of really just letting go and being and putting one step in front of the other, and knowing that the universe is bringing to you exactly what it is that you are required. But it's like you have an open slate. There's no projection that it's supposed to be this way or that way. There's no projection that it should be this one or that one. It is just pure going ahead and pure delight of life, and allowing, and all I can see is this beautiful garden with all these different colored flowers. Just like I'll say roses, because I just took a picture of some roses just the other day, and they were just beautiful. And it's just like the garden of life awaits. And what's your pleasure? What is it you want to taste? What is it you want to create? What is it you want to do? Just step by step, and all will be laid out for you. All will be laid out there in absolute splendor. So I give thanks, and knowing life is absolutely there for Miss M too. I know that life is giving lots of love, support, and it's just being, to be the wonderful being that you are, and allowing yourself to move forward. So as I give thanks, I release this thought knowing it is true for her to create. As I release every thought that I have given a prayer of mental mind treatment prayer towards tonight, as I know that all is done for every person, that the energy is created, that you can move forward in love and light and beingness, and trust the process of life, because life is there to support you, to love you, to care for you, and give you everything that you require to be happy, fulfilled, and aware. So I'm going to, on that note, I'm just going to say thank you for listening, watching later. Please remember next week, if you're not going to come on and give me something in person, that you can email me through my website or through my general, if you get my newsletter, you'll have my email. So there's 2 ways you can reach me easily. And tell me, because it just, most of these tonight have been that way. So please know that that's possible. Also, I look forward to speaking to you again on Wednesday in my normal talks, which is put up on Wednesday mornings, and then again next Sunday on a Sunday thought. Thank you. Love you lots. Have a great, great week.